Do you want more success, more growth, more results? Then it's time for the Boundless Success Accelerator from the Modern Observer Group. This isn't your average coaching program. It's where top performers come to dominate. Weekly group sessions, on-demand coaching, a community that's got your back, and a power-packed library of tools to supercharge your business and career. No more excuses, no more waiting. Get in, level up, and start building the life you've been dreaming about. Visit us at modernobserver.com/boundless success to join today. Let's get you to the next level. We're here because the news is being distorted. We're here because people are being inundated with misinformation on social media. We're here because people are being judged guilty until proven innocent. We are fighting back with facts. This is not a safe zone, so buckle up, Buttercup.
This is the raw, naked truth.
A ceasefire proposal for Gaza, inflation slows, an airline partnership, and more. Welcome to the Raw Naked Truth. I'm your host, Eric Lopkin, and here's the news you need to know. The White House on Thursday confirmed that Israel agreed to a ceasefire proposal submitted by Middle East envoy Steve Witkoff and President Donald Trump in a move to return the 58 hostages who have been held in Gaza for more than 600 days. Israel signed off on this proposal before it was sent to Hamas, White House Press Secretary Carolyn Leavitt said in a press briefing. I can also confirm that those discussions are continuing, and we hope that a ceasefire in Gaza will take place so we can return all of the hostages home. Leavitt would not comment further on the details of the proposal, and Hamas does not yet appear to have agreed to the proposal. State Department spokesperson Tammy Bruce told reporters Thursday there is a sense of important optimism, but confirmed the Hamas position is unknown at this point. The Supreme Court on Thursday limited the authority of judges to block infrastructure projects due to environmental concerns. The 9 justices handed down the lone decision Thursday morning, slightly curbing judicial authority at a time when President Donald Trump's administration is loudly complaining about alleged judicial overreach. The case, 7-County Infrastructure Coalition v. Eagle County, relates to the National Environmental Policy Act and the requirement for environmental impact statements in infrastructure projects supported by the federal government. NEPA does not allow courts, under the guise of judicial review of agency compliance with NEPA, to delay or block agency projects based on the environmental effects of other projects separate from the project at hand, Justice Brent Kavanaugh wrote in the opinion of the court. Courts should afford substantial deference and should not micromanage those agency choices so long as they fall within a broad zone of reasonableness, the opinion continued. Thursday's decision was an 8-0 ruling, with Justice Neil Gorsuch taking no part in the consideration of the case. A federal appeals court lifted one of 2 rulings blocking President Trump's tariffs on Thursday, just hours after a lower court had rejected the administration's legal defense. Many of the Trump's tariffs remain blocked under a second separate ruling from a federal judge, though that judge gave the White House 2 weeks to appeal before it goes into effect. On Wednesday, the Court of International Trade ruled that Trump didn't have the emergency authority he had used to impose tariffs around the world. That was the ruling temporarily overturned Thursday by the appeals court. The contradictory back-and-forth decisions left nations around the world uncertain about the status of the next round of tariffs. The administration said it may appeal the issue to the Supreme Court as early as today. The inflation rate slipped to 2.1% in April, lower than expected, the Commerce Department reported today. the Personal Consumption Expenditures Price Index, which is the Federal Reserve's key inflation measure, increased just 0.1% for the month, putting the annual inflation rate at 2.1%. The monthly reading was in line with the Dow Jones Consensus forecast, while the annual level was 0.1% lower. Excluding food and energy, the core reading that tends to get even greater focus from Fed policymakers showed readings of 0.1% and 2.5% against respective estimates of 0.1% and 2.6%. Consumer spending, though, slowed sharply for the month, posting just a 0.2% increase, in line with the consensus but slower than the 0.7% rate in March. Personal income jumped 0.8%, an increase over the prior month, but well ahead of the forecast for 0.3%. United Airlines and JetBlue announced an elaborate partnership yesterday that will allow flyers to book and use perks across both websites. And starting in 2027, the pact will give United its long-sought return to New York's JFK Airport, which it left in 2015 and instantly regretted because it wasn't profitable at the time. JetBlue, meanwhile, gets the expanded reach it's coveted after its planned merger with Spirit Airlines was blocked by a federal judge. Though not technically a merger, the United JetBlue partnership is still subject to regulatory review. That's the Raw Naked Truth. You can catch every episode of the Raw Naked Truth Daily News Brief, as well as our sister podcast, Carnivore Radio, with news analysis and commentary, and the rest of the Xvadio Podcast Network at xvadio.com, the Apple Podcast app, YouTube, Rumble, Spotify, iHeartRadio, Audible, Amazon Music, and other platforms that respect freedom of speech. We'll see you next time.